And we are back. What's happening, boys?
Not much.
Oh,
Not much happening.
Be prepared for me to be a zombie. I feel like I'm going down that path again right now.
Well, I think
Typical,
one of the
typical.
titles 3 weeks ago was Keanan loses all energy or something like that.
I think it's part 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit of a remake. Freedy,
When I don't have fucking substance enhancements like Freedy does every fucking time, it's hard.
What sort of substances we talking?
You ask. Freedy's got a fucking collection.
It looks like an undercover cop trying to buy some substances in his outfit.
Well, I thought I grabbed the shirt thinking it was my brown just tee, but it's my golfing polo.
You look like you go to like a festival and say, "Hey kids, anybody know how to buy some Marley?"
Bro, it's summer in Australia and you're wearing a fucking long sleeve shirt, cunt.
It's got the fucking podcast.
You
on
look
it.
like one of those
Literally
guys.
the reason
You
I
look
wore
like
it.
one of those guys that hangs around like a BRL side but never gets picked, but just likes being in the group.
That's fucking hilarious. You're
Oh,
so
wait,
funny.
Oh wait,
Christian.
fast forward 6 months. That's you, bro.
This guy's fucking hilarious.
Dano's looking at me like, fucking say something.
Yeah, I didn't want to rinse him.
Nah, how was training yesterday?
Yeah, it was training. It was alright. We did a fair bit of stuff in the clubhouse first. So we did like a
PowerPoint presentation.
yeah PowerPoint presentations. Then we broke up into groups and wrote down some shit and had like a little brainstorm and had a couple of. So it was sort of just like a team building sort of day in there. And then we did about 90 minutes on the field of opposed stuff. It was all just opposed stuff. So there wasn't any con or anything. But the field was fucked, man. Like
Well, like wet.
yeah, and you're putting your every step you're taking, you're just putting like fucking 50 mil divots in the ground everywhere. So after 5 minutes, it's like a landmine for seeing who's going to fucking break an ankle or do an ACL first.
After the first round, it was like you were walking on the moon,
Yeah.
stepping in craters.
It was soft as. And they were saying after it, Tybo was saying after it, the council actually closed the field and then D-Bay still let us on there. And now the field looks like shit because they had three teams of fucking men running around there for 90 minutes.
If you stand back, it was just like hole across the whole fucking field.
So you did like some fucking theory shit in the clubhouse.
Yeah,
too.
they're sort of just like,
Was it my mate? Was it Zach running one of the things? I saw my mate from Sunny Coast, Zach Lutheran, or he might have been. Was there any sort of presentations or anything?
yeah, there was
like a performance or. Like sports performance guy or I don't know. I think Zacky's like a specialist PT kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. But it was pretty much just like Zach Warwork, the chairman at West. He came down and just gave us a whole spiel about the club and where we're at and some sponsors and all that sort of stuff and just some housekeeping for the year. And then he sort of just got into Triggs and Ty. Ty spoke about attack for 20 minutes. Trigg did defence, and then we sort of broke up and wrote a few attack and defence things for each position, and then did a few more bits and pieces in the clubhouse, and then just got out in the field and split into 3 teams and had the opposed, and then after that the boys had a shower and headed down to Dude and Duke or the
Did you shower up at D-Bay?
No, Dano just cruised it straight away, the fucking dog.
Because he had something to do.
He had dinner plans.
Dinner plans at 1:30 in the hour. Got to eat dinner.
I think old Jeremy was fucking scared to get his dick out in front of everyone else. He goes to me, fuck, there's going to be too many people in showers. You know it's going to be easier if we just both go to my house and have a shower.
That's one. I don't think I've ever seen Jeremy.
I said, how far do you live away?
Me either.
And he goes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, in the other
I said,
direction.
the fucking pub that we're going to is 2 minutes away. So how the fuck is that easy? He goes, there'll be too many in the showers. I said, I'll just fucking jump in with someone else then.
There's fucking 4 change rooms too. Like it cycle through pretty quick. And a lot of them solly boys don't shower, so you don't have to worry about that shit. Like, and that's like 88% of the cunts that were there. So
why don't the Solly boys shower you?
Don't know. It's just it's an age-old mystery, you know. Age-old.
Well, he went and got the fucking fella to unlock the other dressing rooms so he could go have a shower in his own privates. It was the one that we fucking lost our fucking semi, and it's depressing when you walked in there.
I've probably still got my tears in there.
Yeah, chowing up to that ground just sucks dicks because it's a shithole to start with. Plus, it's like that weird distance way. Like, you'd rather go to the go to the coast, you know, then fucking go to D-Bay. At least you feel like you got a
it's
destination.
It's all the way in.
Yeah, and you feel like you got a destination. Someone says you're going to the sunny coast for a training session. You're like, oh, right, cool, sunny coast. Someone says you're going to D-Bay. You're like, everyone just goes, why the fuck are we going to D-Bay? Like, you wouldn't even ask that question if we were at the coast.
It just feels like even Redcliffe. Redcliffe's nowhere out there too.
Redcliffe's closer than D-Bay, and it still feels like a destination more than D-Bay. It's like, fuck, shit tip. But anyway, that's what it was. That was our day yesterday. Got there about, I don't know, 8:30 or something, and then we were out of there by 1:45. So a few hours.
We didn't leave the fucking. For me, it was like leaving at like
because you went to
3 o'clock.
You went to the beer hall.
Yeah. It's a long fucking day.
And what did you just sip on water or something?
Just had a Coke.
Oh.
And had a burger.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Good feed.
Everyone else was pumping beers around me. I'm just like...
Even Kerms.
Yeah.
Yeah, pumping beers.
Big boys.
On his phone pumping beers.
another bloke who said he's off the piss as well.
Yeah. Who Kerms?
Yeah. But as soon as other people got one,
he's hoping. Did anyone else get a Snapchat from Jeremy last night about midnight? You would have got
Sammy.
I don't have him.
I'll
add him.
You got to get him on Snapchat.
Who, Kerms?
Yeah. Did you get one from Jeremy last night? Just shirtless Jeremy driving down the street.
I can't believe I'm driving for a booty call at
midnight. Booty calls, shirtless, going, fuck a midnight booty calls.
And he's pissed. It was the worst fucking Snapchat I've ever seen,
pissed.
so I forgot about it.
No, I don't know. If he was
I'm
pissed
pretty
or not.
sure he went
home
once
to
again
bed.
to Johnny Ringo's sober for the fucking third week in a row.
God. So he's just flexing on us in that snap, you know,
Yeah, exactly. He's just fucking going, oh, look what I'm doing.
Going to fix another fucking river sniffer.
Yeah. He's got his boot covers in the car.
I wouldn't really call it flexing. Because when you got to tell people about it, it's not flexing. When you got to make sure all the boys know that you went and had sex with a chick.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I got to go have an orgasm. No way, man. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to do, being single and half decent looking, you know? Like, oh, what? Go and get a shot off? No chance.
Yeah.
You fuckwit. Anyway, what have you been doing, Freedy?
Bro, I was breaking Keanan's ankles before, and so yeah, it was Daneo couldn't make the basketball event. I wouldn't mind tennis, but it wouldn't have worked out either because the weather would have been fucked for tennis.
Bro, don't act like basketball was working out. I fucking had to... Bro, you should have seen... I was just playing posting up because I couldn't run. As soon as I'd take off, I'd fucking slip over.
Yeah, basketball outdoors.
Then as soon as the court dried up, Freedy felt my fucking wrath of speed.
Freedy's felt a lot of speed, usually in his veins. You know.
No, I don't enjoy speed. I mean, I'm downers, I'm not up.
I said to him that, I said, bro, if it was real basketball, you'd be fucked, man, because the amount of times he fouls defending, but he thinks it's good defending. Yeah. I said, you'd be ejected before half time every game, for sure.
Yeah, but the way I'm developing in this game,
You've come along in leaps and bounds in the last 6 weeks. But
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Almost leaps fouling every possession is not developing.
If you're a complete player, you'd be 100%. Your leaps and bounds are going from 0 to 2%. So you still got a long way to go. So it's kind of like
mine is like you're in rugby league, a little bit. Is that how we do it?
No, it's nothing like that at all. Nothing like that.
Anyway, I'm sick of you fucking shit chat.
Yeah, but anyway.
I'm keen for a quick one tonight, so let's not fucking ramble on. Got the whole house to myself.
Going upstairs.
You just got that flashlight.
Stupid, yeah.
You got that thing that sticks on the side of the shower with the flashlight in front, so you can just sit in a fucking sandwich,
thrusting backwards and forwards.
Just a plastic toy sandwich, man. Oh fuck! They'll chuck that on our OnlyFans.
Did you write that one down as well?
No, I didn't. I've just got that ghost material.
Fuck me. When you tell that joke, cunt, there's going to be ghosts in the room.
Yeah, that's why it wasn't in the book anymore.
Can you whip it? Can you whip it out and give us a read?
No,
quick?
Well, you have to. You can't bring that piece of shit paper with you and fucking not say it.
It was just in my bag.
But we've just doesn't matter. You brought it with you.
No, I didn't. But it wasn't.
You brought it with you, whether you meant to or not. You still brought it with you.
We've just brought it up on the show. We're going to have to hear for everyone who wants to know. Freedy's dabbles slightly in the stand-up comedy game. He's thinking about having a gig.
No, my thing is I want to do one stand-up. Like this year, I just want to get up once at an open mic or something like that. Eat shit, but at least do it. You know?
Fair enough. Well, this is your chance to
target
at least
audience.
I know. Well, this is your rubbish material, so it lets you build from here. So just
I think the material that you got now, your target audience is a retirement home for special people. They're the only people that are going to fucking even remotely laugh at the shit jokes.
And hopefully they got dementia so they don't have to remember that shit.
Sometimes I'll get up and do it in front of my mates and they're just like, what the fuck is going on?
You read me one a couple, like I think it was last year, a couple of your pieces and they weren't too bad.
I've got a couple good ones. Yeah.
The referee one was pretty good. That's the one for the rugby league fans.
That was the night when he fucking stayed here for 2 hours and kept upstairs and telling me.
Caught an Uber home.
Yeah.
Fucking
and tried to do karate.
Yeah. Caught an Uber home.
Going
called
on
in
that
sick
night.
the next day.
Fucking hell, that was a big 24 hours for you.
Yeah.
You did almost a DUI, a fucking stand-up comedian, you did karate, and then you fucking didn't go to your job.
You did every job but except yours.
Yeah. Had to wake up early and fucking plan a lesson that I wasn't
almost got left by your missus.
Yeah. For the 50th time, man. Fucking hell.
Just that month.
Yeah, last night I was like, we're driving home from Raz's, who lives around the corner down the road, and I'm driving home and I go, I don't think I'm going to make it home. And Chrissy goes, what do you mean? I go, I'm going to yak. So we pull in my driveway, I just get out, lake in the backseat because it was early, and I just power
It's 100 meters away.
Yeah, I know, but I made it, and then I'm just like, and then just power spewing. And
if I was her, I would have just made you walk.
I hit a power spew last night, and I was in bed, and it was about 10:30, and I thought, oh, fuck, I'm not feeling too great. I should get up and just go to the toilet and just fucking try and collect myself so I can get some shut eye. And then halfway to the toilet, I was like, oh no, and I did that thing, and I was like, oh fuck. So I get to the toilet. And I just fucking power into the toilet and spray like a little bit of the wall in my bathroom. And the missus is like, oh, I thought he went for a shit. And then she goes, I thought you dragged the laundry basket across the tile floor. And she's like, she yelled out, stop dragging the basket around. And I was like, just power spew. And then she comes in and she's like, oh, fuck. I'm sitting there butt naked hanging over the toilet. And then it got.
Was it because you got dizzy?
Every time when I go to bed,
it's just dizziness. Hey?
The lights go out and I start spinning and then both. But I didn't think I was too bad because I didn't have that many beers. But I just haven't been drinking that much lately, so I'm not as piss fit, you know. Yeah, no bags to straighten me out.
Can't handle just the straight piss.
Nah, the straight piss will do you. It's like I can.
Good to see your choice of drink there. You can tell what type of night he's had.
I'm trying to have
getting so hydrated.
Some water and some electrolytes.
A 1.5 litre water and a 1 litre power.
I didn't eat too well today because I didn't get out of bed until fucking 2 hours ago, and I had about 6 hot cross buns.
So he didn't have plans at all. He just couldn't fucking get up.
But did you throw a leg over though?
Nah. I tried this morning.
But you know when you're hungover, you're horny as shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was thinking about having to go this morning, but then I was... You know when you're thinking about having to go, but your head's pounding, and you're like, if I start getting it on, I'm just going to, and your head just, ow.
No, I still go, and then I just pay the consequences after.
But I always think, I'm going to come quick, and she's not going to come, and she's going to be even more pissed off at me, so I'll just go rub one out in the toilet.
Yeah, just wait for the missus to go to
Stop acting like that's not just a normal fucking night in your household.
Well, Maddie
Freedy's like, well, I'm done, so see you later.
No, usually she's multiple and I just get the one off, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I put on my scuba gear and just swim on out of the fucking bedroom.
I'm glad you said bedroom.
You say she's multiple and you're just one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Next.
We're not even at like a
I don't care, bro. It's a short one. I'm fucking over it.
What do you got on your little laptop?
Do you ever edit me out when I talk like this?
No.
You don't know how to edit, that's right.
I do know how to edit.
If you did, you wouldn't fucking post half the shit that you talk about.
I do. There's been a couple of times that I've edited because I thought it was a tiny bit too like either racist or something like that. It's usually Daneo dropping.
Fuck off.
We're both looking at you, so don't fucking point the finger at no one.
Maybe. No. There's been a few times with lashed out a bit, and most of the times when we got
But it's just more accidental wording.
No, it's more when Freedy gets too comfortable and bees himself and forgets he's on a podcast where he's got to not talk and like him fucking normal.
And we got fucking thousands and thousands of listeners now. So.
Tens of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. We'll go straight to NRL first. Sure. I wanted to...
First, like it's supposed to be about everything else.
We'll get Dano's opinion on these. So the rule changes, Dano. We didn't. They came in this week. We didn't talk about this last week.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. So we got the 6 again. So it's inside the 40.
Yeah.
You get in a penalty. Not
a 6 again.
And
so
that's to stop.
That's to stop like what happened in the grand final when Penrith would kick the ball and then that first kick return would come back. Even if they won the tackle, the Penrith would just line on them. Just wait, set the line. You give away that tackle, and you only have to make 5 more anyway. So you give away that first penalty, which a lot of teams were doing it last year. Now, if you give away that one, you can't because they're just going to get it, kick it 40 metres downfield, and they're off to the races. So it takes out that little loophole of teams being able to hold them down, get a line set, and then get a bash. And then if you lose a tackle on second, you just hold them down and just make it long enough so you win it, compress the D-line and bash them again. So coming out all the way to the 40, you're just going to get a penalty. And that's for offside as well. So 10 metres and the ruck infringements.
Yeah. So I spoke about this in one of our episodes last year about how bullshit it was that they just do a 6 again. Like when they do something on the first tackle and they just make it a 6 again, it's like it
doesn't matter, bro.
It doesn't benefit you at all if you're the attacking team.
It's good, and it's good. It's the way that they've done it. Do we like that if it's just say it's in their 40, like when they're going into their 40, that it still stops like a lot of penalty goals and shit like that? Like how it's not, they're still going to just run 6 again when you're going into the line? Because like otherwise it's like we don't see as many penalty goals now because of the
fuck all.
Yeah.
Still, I think when I was talking about it, I said it should just be the rule. If it's like 0 or first tackle, it should just be a penalty.
Yeah.
And then any tackle after that, then you can call a 6 again. But because I'd still like to see it even in the other half of the field because penalty goals aren't a fucking given.
Yeah,
you still got to actually make the goal, and
penalty goals.
If they give away a penalty, then you deserve to take the 2 if you have the option to.
And penalty goals add another scoring fucking opportunity to the game as well. So like if you're struggling if it's a tight as defensive game and you can punch a 2-point over, then could really like completely change the game, add a whole nother element to it. So back before the 6 again rule came in, we saw heaps of penalty goals because teams were like we're going to need to try and score some points here. So they just get on the board with a penalty goal or just keep moving up the scoreboard with these penalty goals. And now that's completely out of the game. So it's just like you got to score a try or nothing.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's like they're trying to do it so that way people can score more tries, obviously for the entertainment and stuff. But like you said, if it's a tight game and no one's scoring, then you're not going to see points. So you might see even more points from penalty goals if they can't fucking score.
Yeah,
but it's shit because I like penalty goals are
part of the game.
And they always should be.
Yeah, and they always were massive until 2 years ago.
That's right. And then also like the kick for touch is so rare. You know? And this will bring that back.
You can get away with it easily though if they just call a 6 again and then fucking the next tackle you could force an error. And you're like, sweet, we just got away with that. Whereas if you fucking give away a penalty,
that's right.
You'd think harder about it if there's the penalty goal as a fucking punishment.
And even if you give away a penalty and they kick for touch and then they drop it on first, you might have got away with it, but you're still 40 metres back down in your own end, It's not just a fucking handover where it is.
It also, we see it on the line though, that's why it's like, if they're just getting drilled, they're just giving 6 again because they know they're not going to kick they're not going to get a penalty goal against them, so they just hold them down when they get caught out.
Just make sure the line's set, and if it's not set, just lay there because it's. You give away 6 again, you might have to make a couple more tackles, but you got a defensive line.
Especially if you're the team that's winning and you've basically got the momentum in the game and you've been defending good all game, you're not going to give a fuck about giving away those 6 again because you're just like, sweet, we'll just defend it out.
But as far as the rule goes, like it's good. I like it because it brings back in an element of fucking keeping teams honest instead of just trying to take over the rule. And it also brings back that chance of kicking to get out of your own end And that can change a whole game. If you're in a tight arm wrestle game and you get one down that end and you got the ability to take a kick for touch and you start another set on the halfway or something, then you're coming in attacking kick the next set, like you're back on the front foot. Whereas if you're stuck in there and they're giving away 6 agains to get on top of you, then there's really nowhere to go. So it's in that grand final, South, they would have loved a penalty coming out of their end because they were getting bashed fucking every set because Penrith were doing that every set. 1 or 2 penalties to South and they starting sets on the halfway, and there's a good chance the game potentially goes differently. So I like the change to the rule, but we need to just start slowing down on fucking changing rules.
Remember when it first came in, bro, those first weeks, and it was like 6 again, 6 again, 6 again.
As a Broncos supporter last year, it felt like we just fucking copped them so much. Eh?
We couldn't buy one.
I reckon if you had the statistics, we probably got the most against and the least for.
I reckon you're right, because it felt like sometimes we just couldn't even fucking buy a 6 again. And then every time we were defending, it's like 6 again, 6 again. It's like fucking what? Like half the time you sit there screaming at TV, what the fuck for?
Yeah.
You know, like what are you doing?
And they'll do one thing to us, and they'll let it go, and then we do the same thing back, and they'll just blow it, and you're like, what the fuck? And you just want to punch your fucking holes in your wall.
But the thing is,
hey, Freedy,
back in the day, they had, once a penalty was called, there was a stoppage and then like a kick for touch or something, and like the referees had to think about giving away a penalty because it was actually a fucking big deal. Whereas giving away a 6 again, they don't give a fuck. They just call 6 again, and you don't really, half the time you don't hear their ruling or anything. It's just no one even questions it. Whereas if it was a penalty, people actually question what the fuck was the penalty for. So
the one thing that doesn't make sense too, because we've gone back to one referee, right? Haven't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you go back to one referee when the second
we had
referee
one last season, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second referee was looking at the ruck infringements.
Yeah.
But now you've brought a rule in that bases it on ruck infringements, but you don't have the second referee to look at.
This is the argument
exactly
I made.
We've talked about this on the pod.
So how the fuck is he holding the 10 for the defenders and seeing the fucking ruck as well?
That's what I said. As soon as I found out there was going to be one referee again, I said, you've literally just added 6 new rules in the last 2 years that are most of them centered around the ruck, around crusher tackles and fucking ruck infringements and all sorts of stuff. And then you take away the ruck referee and let the one referee that's on the field have to try and do everything. It's just, there's recipes for disaster there. And that ref standing back here, 15 metres from the play of the ball's trying to call ruck infringements in there.
It's just counteracted one thing. Like, you've brought this in, but then you brought the other thing to go against what you're fucking doing.
The only reason they did it originally was because of COVID, and they had to cut costs, I think. So they just cut one referee from each game.
I would never be able to afford to pay for something.
Fuck. I think if there's one change I'd like to see back in, it'd be 2 refs.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting it right in the ruck.
Well, if they want to keep the 6 again for a long time, I think you got to do something.
I didn't understand why people were opposed to 2 refs, because I'm like, why
you get double the chance of getting it right?
Split the
workload.
The workload. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. Many minds on the same job. You're surely getting a better job out of it. Like, I feel exactly like that. Like, why would you not have that other guy there standing right over the ruck to control the ruck? And then he doesn't have to but as long as he's there and they're working together, the 2 referees, it's fucking heaps better. The one referee, everyone fucking, when it came back in, was loving it. I was like,
man,
the only thing that's happening now is it's just...
I'll say it now because I'm really bad with my memory. But baseball's nearly getting to the stage where the umpire's going to be not in the game because it's just going to be the computer's going to call the strike zone. So they're bringing in technology where because they're taking away human error.
But that's good because
I know, but it's like and baseball probably suits the sport to do it first. Especially with umpires, they got some fucking pressure on them.
Oh yeah,
and and like what we've seen with cricket, we've kind of taken the decision away from because they can always refer. And where baseball, they haven't done that yet, where they can't go, I want to refer that last strike.
Yeah.
They just walk off, But if they take it away and it's just a computerized umpire, and it's like that.
You could be. You need a sip of water or something.
Yeah,
like
that racket. It's because I'm fucking stoned, man. I got pasties, but like that the ruck thing. You could turn that into like a drone kind of system in the future.
Yeah, well, they got fucking Fox Cam there, the Sky Cam or whatever it is. And
the only problem with that is, with that shit, with the 6 again and stuff, it all has to be called live in game.
Straight
we
away,
can't fucking like expect them to review the play after the next play and then go back and call
there's no stoppages between things. Like in baseball, it's perfect because they throw a pitch and then there's a stoppage until the next pitch, so it's perfect. But yeah, you need to be Johnny on the spot with those ruck infringements, which is why I don't get why they took the ruck referee out and let a dude 15 metres away make the call. Like,
and how the game's
trying to fucking keep a 10 plus watching that,
and it's added another like 0.5 like times speed to the game as well. And now the cunt's got to react and think way faster and do more things.
And he's staring at the ruck like this. There's an amount of times that blokes just like there'll be a bloke standing next to the referee 3 metres offside because he has to look at the ruck with his fucking complete concentration over here.
Yeah.
Like when you watch the Roosters play, Jared Warrior-Hargreaves is 3 metres offside. Him and Victor Radley are the worst for it.
Yeah.
Every time the referee is looking at the ruck, they're both gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, what's the referee supposed to do?
Like
just trying to look at this
Radley
and then
miss Coates last year, who was like 15 metres offside,
and then also having fucking women referee. Are we kidding?
No, I'm only joking. There comes the edit. Freedy's got to learn how to edit now.
No, I'm only kidding. What's her name? She fucking does a real good
Belinda
job.
Sharp.
Yeah,
I think she's a terrible ref. That's not because she's a female. I just don't think she's a good ref.
Or as a touchy.
No, she's a decent touchy. But when
I'm saying touchy. Not in the middle.
When a couple of games she's done in the middle, I thought every time that she was rather average, but. It's nothing to do with the fact she's a female. I think half the male referees are average as well. But
no, I was fucking around, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, calm down, bro. It's okay. We get it.
I'm sorry.
You've said it, and now you shit yourself thinking that people are going to take it the wrong way.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm not a
Daneo is good at rugby league. I'm just fucking around with him. But we've also got the 18th player rule.
Yeah, so 18 men will suit up on game day and be sitting on the sideline as he was last year
for a concussion,
for a concussion or like a late COVID outing or something like that. Which means instead of naming 21 players for the week, lads they used to, they're going to start naming 22. So it's just like pretty much an update on the system because we've got that 18th
stopping
man.
from happening. Who famously last year, one of the teams that they finished the game with 13 players. But it's stopping that happened too, because when they get concussion out one.
So it can be at any time in the game as well.
Yeah, the 18th man suits up. He's sitting on the bench ready to go.
Last year, wasn't it, if a player got taken out of the game from something that happened like illegally?
Yeah. So if someone went to the sin bin, like if your player got a concussion and the referee sin bin the other guy, the 18th man could come in. So sin bin or send off would allow that, but I think I'm not exactly sure what the rule is. I think it might still be the same. So he can come on if foul play causes
but not if
injury.
Not if you're fucking just injuring yourself.
Yeah. If you just come out of a tackle ginger and you fail your HIA, you can't do it. It has to be from.
You just got to learn how to tackle, Daneo?
Yeah, need some better tackle tech.
It's all fucking sticking your head in all the wrong places.
I'll get Cal down there to teach him a thing or two. You know.
Cal's just been going to Westminster training, has he?
Yeah, he's probably just fucking showing him a few Dover moves and stuff.
Do you reckon you're going to tape your head this year?
Don't know.
You got to bring that shit back. When you stopped it, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" And that's why you're playing so terrible. I think you need the tape, man.
Fucking hell. What's your excuse?
What's that?
For playing terribly.
I'm like 55 years old, cunt.
You are really old. Point taken. You got me. But no, that's just an update on the system. So they're gonna have 22 blokes being named instead of 21 because the 18th man will be suiting up on game day.
And then there's a free interchange for foul play. They're adding a free interchange for instances of foul play where the offended player is sin binned or sent off. That's what it says here. That's another rule change.
Well, that must be how
a free interchange will no longer apply when players are placed on report.
Oh, yeah. So, instead of, like last year, if someone went on report, it's a free interchange no matter what. So every time someone was going on report, the other team would just be subbing.
No,
it's a free sub.
Did that Melbourne.
So good. Every time anyone got on report, boss, you get off and then bang, there's one sub, and then you can do another sub straight away to get him back on. You get 2 fresh players on or 2 players on, you only use 1 sub. So that's just another loophole they've closed up a little bit.
Yeah, and then the injury stoppages, with the exception of head injuries, only a referee
ref can call it.
Yeah.
So if someone hurts their ankle, like last year, a couple of times we saw games being stopped because someone was just laying down with an ankle injury while the other team had the run of the play. So
the old Sam Voorhees, yeah?
Yeah, typical.
That was just walk off the field and not tell anyone.
And go cry in the car park. But yeah, it's just the referee is the only one who can stop the game for anything that isn't like a head knock. So the touch, he can still fucking... If it's a head knock situation, he can stop the game. But if you got an ankle or some cunt's down there with his legs snapped in half, the ref can stop the game.
Sweet, and that's the real changes. And another one that come up was with the Storm getting pretty pissed off with Bennett's recruitment because he's grabbed his third.
Yeah, third pack member.
So he's got
down there.
Kenny Bromwich.
Yeah, so he's got the 3 most experienced players out of the Melbourne pack. He's got Kafusi and both Bromwich brothers.
Both of them.
Yeah, so I think he's just recruited 6 premierships and about 500 and something games. So
yeah,
it's not bad recruiting, especially out of the most the best team of the last 15 seasons. But
it's Storm furious, right? You can't be furious, guys. Use the best team.
Yeah. What do you think was going to happen? You're always going to get poached.
Yeah.
I think Melbourne, they get a bit it'd be like that for them because they don't have a massive juniors base like a lot of other clubs do. So for them to get these guys in and keep them, and they never had to worry about losing them before because players were just staying and no one would really offer Melbourne players massive money because they'd think, it's just the Melbourne system, and there's been blokes leave and not do as well. Fucking Kevin Proctor went to the Titans on big money, didn't do much. Jordan McLean went to the Cows, decent money, didn't do much.
Yeah.
So all these players that are leaving sort of weren't equating to anything, and now Melbourne has sort of just been filling it back up with their really good fucking scouting. But now that there's a club there that's willing to throw money at them, and someone like Bennett that can see the value in some of their older players and some of them their experienced guys, they're just going to start slowly losing them.
I'd love to know the relationship between Bellamy and Bennett now, because he was his understudy, at Bronx, and then
but they've both been in the game long enough, and I don't think there's going to be any bad blood. It's you're both in the business of winning games. That's literally what you do.
They're businessman, not a businessman.
That is horrible.
Get fucked.
That's horrible.
Wait, that's crazy. I think we might start to see the beginning of the end of Melbourne.
Really? Timestamp that. Clip it up. Keanan could be eating his words.
Yeah, it could be.
Mate, they might sit, maybe in the 8 still, but in the next couple of years, you might see him start to drop out of that.
I just find it such an inviting team. If you're good enough to be playing NRL, it's such an inviting team to go play for because you're not in the spotlight down there. You can just concentrate on your footy. You can do whatever you want outside it as well.
Yeah,
you can build brands like the cheese and shit.
And so what is Melbourne in next year? What are they losing now?
Cheese, both Bromwiches, Kafusi.
No, this season they've got Cheese.
Yeah, no, next season.
Oh, next season, sorry.
Yeah.
They've lost Adokar this season.
Yeah. And they lost...
So, you think about that. Think about how many people they've got to replace.
And when's Munster off contract next season?
End of 24, I think.
Okay.
But when you look at it, you think they've lost all these guys... They've still got Pappenhausen, Munster, Hughes, Harry Grant.
They've got the best spine.
That's the best. That's the best spine in the NRL.
Experience-wise, they're losing a lot.
They are, but also in saying that, Munster's played 150 games now. Jerome Hughes is close to it.
Yeah,
Pappenhausen's getting better.
Yeah, the brothers, man, are so they just carry
Well, Christian Welsh has become a world class front rower too, so he's going to be there, and they've got blokes around, and they've got young talent coming through that are really highly touted.
It's going to be interesting to see if those young fellas, though, all those backs and halves, if they're going to be able to play the same with a possible less experienced, less tough forward pack.
Yeah, exactly.
Because those forwards are fucking, they create the everything for the rest of the players in that team.
Interesting
and you got fucking Xavier Coates, who's very, very inexperienced, still got a lot of years to learn before he gets to the top. And they're losing that. He probably thought he was going into that team that they had then when he signed now.
Yeah.
So now the whole team's changing. how's it going to go?
With Coates, man, I hope he goes down there and kills it, man. I hope he's not fucking just
untapped potential.
We've seen it happen before where they get signed when they're popping, and then it dies off a bit. I hope he really goes down there and kills it.
I'm excited to see Melbourne actually go into the market, because now they're going to have a lot of money. They just got rid of 3 of their most experienced players. They would have been on at least 400 each, those 3. And Cheese is gone. He would have been on about 400. So you're looking at 1.2 million plus, like $1.6 million to spend.
They better fucking stay away from the Broncos.
They're gonna start
let us do something.
We're gonna see them splash the market. And we haven't seen that long since Michael Crocker was their last signing. Was an Origin player since. Like Xavier Coates is the first one since that they've signed who's at an Origin level.
Him an Origin player.
Exactly. So they've never
Zach Coates.
They've never really signed any big names. They just build through their systems and get everyone to there. So it's going to be really interesting to see with all this cash if they do go into the market and fucking just shake
all the
shit
teams
up a bit.
Hands off Oatsy, man. Just hands off.
Fuck, have Oates. Keep your hands off Payne Haas. You go anywhere near Payne Haas. Done.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I fucking
go take Fafita from Titan.
Imagine the offer you'd have to give to get that cunt out of his 1.2.
Was last week, was Reynolds already announced, or was that happen this week?
It happened this week. That happened on Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, I reckon it was the best option.
Oh, definitely. Well, he's been a club captain for years now, and he's easily our most experienced. He's easily the biggest leader we got. So it was a no-brainer. So.
Well, they're not going to do it just because it's him. They've done their preseason and stuff, and he would have obviously shown that he was captain material. We already knew that, but
he just led a team to a grand final, and a lot of good things South did last year was off the back of Reynolds. So it's
interesting to see how those fuckheads are going to go too.
Yeah.
Hopefully downhill.
Yeah.
So one of the I'll try
back into their fucking rabbit holes.
Pun intended. That was nice. I like that.
That hits on the mechanics question. He wanted to see how will the Bronx go with this year with Reynolds at the helm. So, but yeah,
I've got high hopes. I put them around the 8. I got them between 7th and 9th, 7th and 10th.
6 or up.
I think I got them around. Realistically, I'd love them to be in the top 4, but I think they'll be 7th to 10th somewhere, which is better than what we come last.
Yeah, we're getting in the 8. We're getting in the 8, bro.
We had 13th last year, so if we can pick up another 3 or 4 games, we should be able to push in towards there. And I think realistically, 3 or 4 is a good number we could easily obtain. So even 5 or 6 games would definitely push us up into the 8. So. And we're one of those teams that are getting better, and there's a few teams getting worse. Like, I don't see the Cowboys fucking doing anything this year. Like, Tigers, yuck. Like, there's a few teams that are on the slide, and we're sort of on the up, So.
In a couple of weeks, we can't do the pod because you two are down at the Tigers pre-season.
Yeah. Like, we need some help.
You know what fucking sucks for us? Like, I feel like the last couple of years we've had all these high hopes going into the beginning of the season, and we've just been brought back down to earth like almost immediately as soon as the season starts. But you just pray that we can fucking win round 1, because didn't we beat Eels round 1 last year?
No, we went very close.
Oh, it was like a really tight game.
It was like 22-19.
And then that made us go, well, Eels were fucking like the top 4 best teams last year, so sweet, we got
and
this.
Everyone had their cocks hard and pumped up, ready to go, and then we got fucking spanked for 10 weeks in a row.
Full credit to the boys, they fucking played their hearts out, we just lost just by a little, and then next week it was like, oh, fuck, all right, another one, and then after that everyone was like, fuck these guys.
And I know we take notice to it because we are Broncos supporters, but fuck, I feel like we've got some fair weather fans up here, just jump off it straight away.
100%, all the people that fucking I know that were like, on and off, they're all fucking sucking the Dolphins' dicks now.
Oh yeah.
And when if you're jumping off the Broncos,
and when cunts
have
have second teams that they go for in finals and shit, I'm like, go suck.
You can't have a second team. Just fuck off.
You go for the Bronx or nothing. Yeah. If you don't go for the Bronx,
like obviously I'm an LA Rams fan now, but it's Dolphins is a hard one to support.
Yeah. What do you reckon for table-wise for the Bronx? We'll answer the mechanic. I'm going to say, with confidence, I'll say we make the 8, but
I reckon,
seventh or 8th.
6 or higher, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, mechanic.
Don't at me.
We'll timestamp that too. We'll see how we go.
Okay, and then
you good boys are going to be eating your words when you look back at these videos.
I'll answer some of
then eat my ass.
The questions while we're talking about footy still, and then we got DJ Lethal. He's he's putting the decks down.
Wait, who was that last question from? Standy Train.
That was
the Stant Train.
The Stant Train.
Shouts to Stanto and DJ Lethal, just fucking living it up.
DJ Lethal wants his thoughts on next week's All-Star game.
Is that next week?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Fucking hell.
Saturday night.
Looking at the squads, I think I'm backing the Indigenous All-Stars.
They've picked the Indigenous team to play fucking a whole team of like backs that are just going to throw the ball around, bro.
Yeah,
which is what we usually do when we play, because it's just like when you get a bunch of black fellas together, you play schoolyard footy and you're just fast and it's like playing the natives.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, is this just the backs or where's the forward pack, bro?
Yeah,
like,
there wasn't many.
They're going to be running fucking centers in fucking second row and shit. Like,
yeah.
There wasn't many on that list.
Last year's game was all right, and the Kiwi side won just, and it was a tough, grueling game, and there's a lot of up the middle stuff. Like Fisher Harris was massive, Tarpany was massive. So it makes me think that picking a smaller side's probably not the best option going. So
Brandon Smith fucking.
I think I'll be.
Was that the year before when he just came on and
side.
he just fucking raped us?
Yeah,
it was like a close game, and then they ended up putting like 4 tries on at the end.
Yeah, he was fucking hectic too.
So what do you reckon? You reckon the Maori boys get it done?
Yeah, I think it's going to be close either way, but I think they might just win just because their size.
I feel like there's not enough like hype to be that interested in it. It feels like a preseason game, you know what I mean? It never really feels like an actual game.
Yeah. Well, it always sneaks up on people too. Like you get to now and be like, holy fuck, that's
Remember
this week. And
the first one they did it was... there was the last year of Lockie you're playing, I think.
2011.
It was All-Star versus...
No, it used to be NRL All-Stars versus
World
All-Stars.
Yeah.
And then they changed it
to World All-Stars.
It had like 2 years of the NRL All-Stars, and then it was World All-Stars versus Indigenous, and then they just got sick of those white dogs, and then they fucking...
didn't want
That's
the white
racist.
On,
to be honest, I know fucking Preston Campbell started the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, for the Indigenous people to be able to see like the Indigenous team play together and like get recognition and stuff. But I feel like it's been going for a long time now. You can kind of start to look at changing it. I think it should. A good concept would be like the way the NBA do their All-Stars thing.
Yeah.
So what happens if
we get to vote,
whether the fans vote or not? Maybe just do it based on something else. But they vote in captains.
But
and then the captains like at school when you go, I pick him, and then they pick.
But
the next
even
guy.
still, you want them to take it like the NBA and the NFL Pro Bowl. Like it's not serious at all.
It's
like
not.
They're fucking around because they don't want to get injured. But like with these guys,
but you can't play NRL and not be serious.
No, that's what I mean. Like these guys go pretty hard. Like
at the same time, but they need to do something. They can't cancel it because then it'll be seen to be fucking insensitive and shit.
I think it's great, but one of the best fucking other products now that they do is fucking Tonga versus
New Zealand.
No, it's versus Samoa.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
The Tonga New Zealand game is a big one.
They're the big ones.
It'd be even better to make it like a Four Nations or a Tri-Nations like pre-season thing where you get like the Indigenous and then the New Zealand, and then
the only thing with that is
like pick 2 other Indigenous.
Yeah, leave the white dogs out of it.
The only problem with that is you're going to have to spend 4 weeks or like a month doing that sort of round robin tournament because you can't play those games back to back. Cunts will die, you know. So you have to commit that much time, and that's right. That's right at the heart of preseason. Like sides are, you can't have fucking some of your best players out playing international footy or in this round robin tournament and then missing a month of preseason right before the season kicks off. You know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's fucking. Shut up, Dane.
Yeah, just fucking like play this game, and then I just think those Islander games need to be played somewhere during the year because like when especially that one that Tonga-Samoa game was unbelievable with the crowd.
Yeah. Well, they cancelled that rep round in the middle of the year because that Origin wasn't on the Sunday. It's not on Sunday anymore. So there is no international footy during the middle of the year. So hopefully at the end of this year we get to see some international footy because we haven't seen it for a while now, thanks to old COVID boy.
Yep.
Spewing.
Hey?
What?
I said hope. Are you fucking listening to anything I said?
I wasn't listening.
No, I thought you were talking about
a
a certain person, but no.
No, I said hopefully we get some international footy at the end of the year.
Hopefully.
You cunts both asleep. Yeah. I know Keanan's asleep and you're just fucking
Freedy can't sleep.
Yeah.
Why?
He's got voices in
you. You wonder why I can't.
You're gonna let me out of here.
Smack it.
I'm not. Oh, fuck, you can't. Wait, another footy question. Mitch Paisley, is it true that Christian is putting a transgender team together to compete in the NRLW? Is he also captain coach?
That is accurate. We've got video footage of Freedy training up a heap of these weird looking dudes he met at the park.
The Tasmanian Transformers or something like that. I don't know.
The shirts that he fucking wears are almost crop tops anyway, so fuck.
Yeah. Be fun in the showers though, eh? Tits and dicks.
Which one you got? Which one you got?
Tits and dicks. That'd be sick. Yeah,
nice.
I can't put it together this year, Paisley. Sorry, bro.
Maybe next season.
Paisley wanted to join, that's why, because he looks like
Paisley was asking if he needed a front rower.
Giant manly female.
Paisley, next time he's on, he's got some mad bolt-ons and stuff. Fuck.
Cool, bro.
Yeah. Gets the full job done, you finger him.
Next.
That was the worst.
Work on your editing again, cunt.
Shit. Callum, and this goes into the next one. Callum, it did remind me, Cal, this week. So Slater just won pipe again.
Yeah.
And this Matty Menyon mentioned this as well, and he asking about talking about how Slater wins this right before his 50th birthday.
This is Kelly Slater we're talking
Kelly
about,
Slater.
not Billy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's why I was like, what the fuck are you going on about?
So Kelly Slater won pipeline again. I think
you win the pipe every weekend, cunt.
And the lines.
Separately, one after the other, though, not at the same time.
But and last week when we're talking about this, you cocksuckers, is we didn't mention Slater for the GOAT talk.
Yeah.
Where when I'm thinking about it, and you think about sports and what they've done,
he's
the GOAT.
He's goatly, yeah.
No one from the NRL will ever be considered a fucking worldwide GOAT.
Yeah, because the NRL's too small. We're talking about Kelly Slater.
Kelly Slater.
The fucking
Oh,
surfer.
okay. Well, you fucking chat. You said we were talking about it last week. I don't know. Fucking say Kelly then, cunt, not fucking Slater.
Last week we're talking about
the GOAT of all goats.
Yeah, we're talking about Tom Brady, and Righty's pissed off at you because you said that Australians don't know who Tom Brady is.
Well, so what my answer to that was, Righty, you fuckwit. What was it again? I forget now. I said, if you got fucking Americans to vote on it, you'd almost